The great I-70 flood of 2022. Perhaps that's dramatic, and maybe it was just earlier this month that the lowered section under construction on the interstate did flood pretty badly. Today we learned it's going to cost the contractor, Kiewit. Their storm pumps didn't work as they should have. Our Marshall Zellinger got his hands on the internal emails.
It has rained since I-70 flooded on August 7th. The interstate just has not looked like this since. Then again, that was close to 2 inches in a half-hour type rain. The contractor, Kiewit, said an error in the drainage pump system prevented the pumps from turning on automatically. But we still do not have an answer as to why. We've been told the failure of the pumps is under investigation. One email from Kiewit to CDOT reveals it's a bit more than that. We currently do not know if they, the pumps, were not running at all or if something caused them to stop. The email also lists another factor to investigate: surface water in the construction area that they believe cascaded over the barrier, meaning water that shouldn't have made it onto I-70 in the first place. In another email to CDOT, Kiewit called it a bad incident and said, "We are embarrassed." Regardless of why the highway flooded, it'll cost Kiewit. When the Central 70 contract was signed, CDOT agreed to pay Kiewit based on milestones, completions of certain phases. The total of $331 million includes a $26 million substantial completion payment. That is the pot of money that will shrink because of the flooding. An exact amount has not been determined, but a CDOT spokeswoman told me it could be just tens of thousands. Emails between CDOT and Kiewit included different photos of the flooding, including this one attached to an email about a safety feature that may not be well known. We've talked about the jet fans that turn on to clear out exhaust and smoke if there were a fire. Another safety feature is apparently a PA system. It was used when traffic operations saw people walking in the tunnel because of the flooding. A CDOT spokeswoman told me that PA system is used weekly for people walking on I-70, even when it's not shut down because of a flood. I'm also told there's another safety feature, that if you're listening to your radio loud and they activate the PA system, it could also override your radio, so you hear it through your speakers. I need to see this in action to understand how this works.
That's wild, and also a little creepy. So wait a second. So Kiewit says, our pumps didn't work. They're going to get fined by CDOT. So if you're the person whose car got stuck under there, can you send the bill for your insurance deductible to Kiewit too?
To Kiewit. There's a claims process. According to a Kiewit spokesman, they believe they've talked with everyone involved in this incident, but we talk about the tens of thousands, perhaps 100,000. CDOT didn't want to tell me an exact amount for the fine. Tens of thousands up to maybe 100,000 or so. The fine or the payment for the claims could be much worse.
I'm not saying that you need to spend the rest of the week figuring out that override your car radio to yell at you thing, but I would do that for the rest of your week. Yeah. All right, Marshall, thank you.